Good morning, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So yesterday we have already discussed about the file. What is file? What is the difference between file and folder? And we had already discussed about the how to create a file. And we have already written something in between that particular file. So now we already discussed that what is f open, what is f close, what is a requirement of file pointer, etc., etc. So I'm directly move on to the program. So everyone see the screen. Everyone see the screen. Now everyone see this one.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So this is a previous class program, same program. I'm not writing anything in that particular program. So one thing that we have already discussed that when we create a file, we actually define the path where we actually want to create a file. So by default, in previous class, when we write a program for creating a file and something written on that, we don't mention any path there. When we, after declaring file pointer, see, after declaring file pointer, we directly, this part is not written there. We directly write down student, whatever the your file name is, we directly write down that student.txt. After that comma, then within double inverted code w, because we want to first create the file, then we have to written something in between that particular file. So the question is, if we not mention any path there, so in according to my device, it is by default create in a documents folder. So we already seen that in documents, the student file, student text file is created, and whatever I am written in between that, all these things, all these information are written in between that particular text file. We see that. Now I am writing here and I actually want to create that particular file which name is student1 in between the desktop. আমি কি বলছি, previous program we don't mention any path here. I'm directly writing here student.txt. So according to my device, according to my laptop, it is by default created in a documents, in between documents folder. So we see that. And whatever the student information I am written in between that, all are this properly shown in that particular text file. We checked it also. Now I am writing here and I want to create another text file in between the desktop, in my desktop. So what can I do? First of all, you go to your desktop, right click and goes to the properties. What I'm saying, go to your desktop, click on, right click on that desktop, move on to the properties and just copy paste total location. Copy paste total, copy total location of your desktop. It is clearly written in the part of location. Just copy that one. So according to my machine, this is my location of desktop. Okay, this is my location of desktop, this part. What is that? Under the C:# users, again there is another user. After that you have to written here, 1 minute. After that, you have to written there /desktop, because /desktop is not written in your location when you right click on the desktop and move on to the properties. This part is written in a location. After copy paste that one, you written that /desktop, because this is a desktop path, this is the address of desktop according to my device. It is not same for all the device. Okay, it is totally depend on your desktop. That's why I'm saying that move on to the desktop, right click, go to the properties, and whatever written in the location part, just copy that one and paste into your this line. So after that, you written /desktop, then your whatever your file name is, student1.txt, comma, within double inverted code W. So this part is remaining same. Only you have to mention here the path or the address of your desktop, because I want to create the file, the new file onto my desktop, not in a document. I want to create this text file into my desktop. That's why I'm written here total the path address of desktop. কি করে সেটা পাবে সেটাও বলে দিলাম. After that, all these things are same. I'm not writing here anything. The previous program and this program are totally same. I'm just doing this path direction here, nothing else. So now I'm going to execute this one. I'm showing that one. Wait, I'm just run this one first, then I'm showing you. One minute. See, so this is my output. So I'm taking two student information and I'm giving the name and marks. I'm also giving student 1 name and marks and student 2 name and marks. Okay, so this part, so my program is okay, my output is properly done. Now I have to check that whether my file is created or not. My file is created or not. See, I'm sharing my screen. 1 minute. Okay, everyone see this window? Is it visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is my desktop folder. See what written here? Desktop. So this is my desktop, and if I'm scroll down, see in my desktop there is a student1 file. So there is a student1 file. Everyone see that one? So in my desktop, according to my program, I am creating a text file which name is student1 in my desktop. So this is my text file. See, this is the text document and this is created in between my desktop, not the documents, because I am specify the path here. So this is in between the desktop folder, or in between the desktop. It is not a folder, so in between the desktop. Okay, so if I am opening that one, everyone see this? Everyone see this?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you seeing the information in between the student1?
No, ma'am.
Okay, 1 minute. See, so this is the student1 text file, and in between them, in between that, whatever I'm written in when we run the program, all these things, all these information are stored. So student 1 successfully created in between the desktop, and in between student 1, all the information which I'm written into the when I'm running the program, all these information are successfully written in between the student 1 text file. So successfully using writing the path, whatever I'm want to create my file, just specify the path. You can create your file as well as you written something in between that particular file. If you don't use any path here, then by default, according to my machine, it is stored into the documents folder. You check where is your, if you don't mention any path in that particular line, then where is your file actually stored? Your text file actually stored. And if you specify the path, it is created actually what I am addressing, whatever I am giving, actually in that portion, the text file is created. So in this way, you can create anywhere your text file in your device or in your laptop, in your desktop, whatever you want. So now the second part is how I'm read a file from my device using C program. How do you create a file? How do you write something on that? We know that. Now the next thing is, suppose we assume that we are already creating a file. Now we are going to open that one. And in my output monitor, it will show that each and everything which I'm writing into that particular file. What I'm saying that student 1 is already created in a desktop. Now I'm going to read this file, not writing anything. I'm going to read this file, that I'm retrieve the file and check whatever is written in between them. So what is the program? Okay, everyone see this screen?
Yes,
সবাই
ma'am.
দেখতে পাচ্ছ? Okay, so
Yes,
now
ma'am.
I'm writing the program. Simple hash include stdio.h, and obviously hash include stdlib.h. After that, int main, sorry, then similarly we have to define here char ch. I'm first writing that one, then I explain. And file name, suppose 50. After that, we have to mention the file pointer. Next, printf, enter name of a file you want to see. After that, so I'm using here gettys, file name. Then we have to open that one. So we use here f open. Then in similar way, we have to specify the path with file name. So we have to just copy paste that one. I'm just copy pasting that one. And I want to read the file. That's why there is no W. there is R. I want to read the information of that particular file. I want to read the information, all those things whichever written into that particular student one dot text. I want to just read that one. After that, if AP is equal to null, then printf that error in opening file after that exit 1, then after if we have written printf the content of %s file are while I will explain each and everything, just wait some time. Ch is equal to fget c fp not equals to uof printf %c ch. Okay, see. So I'm taking here char ch and the file name, because file name we have to put which file you actually want to read, and this is obviously a string because file name obviously a string, that's why it's treated as a string, because char file name after that the size, so this is string. And ch, what is the requirement of ch? When you open the file, actually you have to read all the characters in your file. Means whatever you have written in your file, suppose in a previous example we create student one, and in between the student one we written that the name of the student, the marks of the student for student one, and again in student two we written the name and marks and all those things. So when we want to actually read that file, so basically we want to print each and every character of that file to this here in my output monitor. In that way you can read your file, whatever the file is in your device. So that's why we use here ch, and see the which file actually you want to see, and this is a file name, so this is given by the user. And in between fp we know that what is the working principle of f open, and again we declare here the total path of student one, and obviously I'm just reading that file, reading the information of that file, that's why the mode is r. And if fp is equal to null, then there is a error obviously, because if in between fp, if this file is not exist, I mean if this file is not exist at all in my device, so obviously fp is equal to null, then it will show me that error in opening file. We want to check that one also. After that, After that, here we actually, sorry, there is one mistake. I'm writing that one. So we actually print all the content of that particular file. So %s file r, after that comma file name, because I'm not mentioning the variable name here. So all the content of my file means this student one. So this line is directly print in my output monitor. So now I'm going to print all the contents of student one. So student file is a string, that's why I use here %, and variable name is file name. Whatever your file name is, it will print directly in that particular place. And now I'm writing here ch is equal to f get c. So now what is the meaning of this f get c? Any idea? What is a working principle of f get c function? Do you know that? What is f get c? Anyone? Any idea? What is the meaning of f get c? No idea? Am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so do you have any idea what is the working principle of f get c?
No, ma'am.
F get c is a function. It works actually for every character of your file. Every character of your file, it reads every character of your file. So F stands for file, get C means get every character of your file. So in between FP, you have already opened your file. So whatever the content, whatever the student one content is already defined by FP, directed by FP. So now you have to print all those characters, whatever we already written in between student one, into my output monitor. So you have to first read that one from that particular file, then you have to print in my output monitor in that particular program. So first you read, then you print into the output screen. So for reading, you have to execute this condition. What is a condition? That you have to compare ch is equal to f get c fp. So the character not equals to EOF. What is the meaning of EOF? EOF, the full form of EOF is end of file. End of file. So this loop is executed যতক্ষণ না আমার ফাইলটা কমপ্লিট হচ্ছে। EOF stands for end of file. যতক্ষণ না, this is a, obviously this is working as a terminator because compiler doesn't know how many characters we already written in between the student one. It is not known. So this is a terminator that every character in between it is stored into the ch, and this compared with the EOF. If it is not EOF, if it is not the end of the file, then it will print where? In my output monitor when I'm running this program. That's why I'm writing here printf %c, ch. So now I'm going to read character by character from my existing text file, and I'm going to print that character one by one in my output monitor. So when this condition is true, so automatically we have to complete our FP in writing that F close FP. So if we writing or run this program, what it will show? I'm running first, then I will check, see you. 1 minute. See, so now in my output monitor, it is show me that enter name of a file you want to see. So obviously I want to read student1.txt because this file is already created in my desktop. So after that, I am entering. So all the information which in my student1.txt all are printed in my output screen. So my program is absolutely okay. All those things are written. See, this information actually I am written in between my student1.txt. Student1.txt. Okay. So all these things are print successfully in my output monitor. But you don't write anything here, because this is a read mode. I'm simply read the file, nothing else. Read the information, whatever the file consists. I'm not writing anything here. I'm writing only the student name, file name here, nothing else. So I'm not writing in between this file. If you want to write something in between this existing file, then you have to write your, you actually write in your program that I want to write something. Then in place of R, we use W. So this is the main difference. So one is for first creating your file, whatever you want, then write something in between that, save it. Now read this file the same way. You have to specify the path and just change the mode, nothing else. And the rest of the part is depend on you. How do you print your information of your text file? So whenever, if you simply read that one, you write your program in that way, nothing else. So now you write your text file, create your text file, then write something, then you read that one and check whatever you have written into your text file, is it okay, successfully print or not? Is it okay, everyone? Is there any problem with the code or anything else? Do you have any question regarding that program or anything else? If you think that I don't understand this part of program, then please ask. I'm discussing one more time, no problem. If you think that I have a problem in that particular part, then please tell me.
Please explain the while line once again.
While line of reading the file program?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Okay. So this part, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So in between ch is your character type of variable, right?
Yes.
You have already written that one. So see, in between ch, you actually store every character of your file. What file? Student1.txt. So in between ch, you have copied all the characters, but all the characters in at a time. It is not like that. At a time, one character you fetch from the text file and store in between the ch. Now the other part. So this part is done. You read one by one character of your student1.txt and store in between them. So first, suppose here writing whatever the student name and student marks. So whatever your first character in a loop, when the loop is executed for the very first time, so first character of your student1.txt in between copied into the ch. Now it is compared with the end of file. So EOF, it is a full form of end of file. So end of file means compiler doesn't know about that how many sentence or how many characters you have written in your student1.txt file. Compiler use some terminating, because user should have write here some terminating conditions here. Otherwise, this loop is executed in infinite loops. So, if this character is not a end of file, because compiler knows that what is the meaning of EOF. EOF meaning of end of file means there is nothing in between in file. So, we have reached the last character in my existing file. Compiler knows that. So whenever your CH is not EOF, जब तक ये कंपैरिजन ट्रू नहीं हो जाता है, कंडीशन ट्रू नहीं होता है, तब तक it will print the CH value. Where in my output monitor, when you run the program, you
Yes.
have an output screen. In that particular screen, all the CH value is print one by one. But at last, at the time it will reach the end of file. In that particular case, this condition is true because CH is equal to EOF. So compiler knows that I am already reached to the last character of the file. So there is nothing to be read when this part is not executed, and directly it will close the file. So in this way, this while loop is executed. So this is for reading the character one by one. We use fgetc, and for writing the character one by one, we use fputc. One is for fgetc, one is used for fputc. Why f? Because this is a file character. Why fputc? Again, this is a file character you want to write. So getc, fgetc is used for read the character one by one from the file, and fputc is used for writing the character one by one into the file. So this is a simple difference between fgetc and fputc. Whenever you written in front of getc f, it means that you are working with a file. In normal case, when we using string, then we use getc and putc. I'm not talking about gets, puts. These are the different thing. I'm using here, see, getes. This is another thing. I'm talking about getc, putc. In string programming, we also use getc and putc. But this is fgetc and fputc. Fgetc means you actually read character by character, but all the characters stored in between the file. That's why fgetc. So same thing is fputc also. So this is the working principle of this fgetc and EOF. And please remember the EOF, the full form of EOF. This is end of file. Anything else? Anyone?
ম্যাম যখন ফাইল ক্রিয়েট করছি ওখানে ফাইল স্টার এফপিটিআর ওটা একটু বলবেন, ওখানটা একটু
কোনখানে বলো, কোন প্রোগ্রাম বলো, কোন লাইনে?
ক্রিয়েট ফাইলের
এইখানে this one
ক্রিয়েটিং
file.
এ ম্যাম এটা
Creating it. Okay. So 1 minute.
সেম ওটা ওখানেই চলো, ফাইল স্টার এফপিটিআর অ্যাকচুয়ালি
This one. Everyone see this
Yeah.
one? Okay, so which line? Just tell me.
ও ম্যাম আগেরটাতে যেখানে ফাইল স্টার এফপিটিআর ওটাতে।
This one.
হ্যাঁ ম্যাম, ওই স্টার এফপিটিআরটা কি হিসাবে ইউজ হচ্ছে এখানে?
Star FPTR is a file pointer. So without you, if you work with every character of your file, so this is your file. Not, this is not a variable. This is not your any variable or something like that. This is your file. You are creating a file. So in between this file, you may be written 100 of statements there, thousands of characters there. So it's not possible for anyone that every character you mention one by one. It is not possible. So for that reason, we use here file pointer. So what is the meaning of that file pointer? File pointer means your file pointer points every character one by one, whatever you have written in between your text file. Because when you write down this file, star FPTR, so this is work as a file pointer. This is not work as a normal pointer. If we use normal pointer, then in place of file we written either int or float or char or something like that. But in place of the data type declaration, we use here file. In all caps we use here file, which means that it is work as a file pointer. So what is the meaning of file pointer? When you written this line that in between FPTR, you are opening or you are creating this student1.text, that means every character of your text is pointed by the file pointer, which name is FPTR. In that program, the file pointer name is FPTR. In that program, file pointer name is FP. So whatever your file pointer name is totally depend on you. It is not any mandatory fact. This is my file pointer name. So whenever I am opening any file, either in write mode or in read mode, all the character of your file or all the sentence, whatever you say, what the information, maybe the sentence, maybe the numeric values, maybe the character values, all those information, character by character, pointed by FPTR. So all the information now, whatever you written in your student1.text are pointed one by one by FPTR. So until or unless you don't use any file pointer here, you not work with any file. You not creating any file, you not read any file, you doesn't work any file in your program. You have to use the file pointer, then you open in between this file pointer, whatever you in a writing mode or read mode, then you work with that one. Whatever you store something, write something, append something, whatever it is. Okay, so this is working as a file pointer. You have to return that thing when you work with a file. It is not treated as a normal pointer, but this is a pointer, obviously, because I am writing here star FPTR. And whatever the name you want, then you can put. It is not mandatory that always you could write FPTR or always you write FP. Whatever you want, you can write. So for understanding the another user, you have to mention that this is a file pointer. That's why we have written here FPTR. This is work as a file pointer. In that place, we use here FP. So it is work as a file pointer. And obviously the data type is in caps file, not int, not float, not char. Because in your file, it is not mandatory that you have always written in a character, you always written in a integer, you always written in a float. All the documents you can write in your file. Maybe the sentence consists numerical value, alphabets, floating value, anything else. So that's why there is no particular data type is there. But the data type we use here as file. For understanding that this work as a file pointer. Anything else? Any questions regarding program of reading file and writing file? I think you just practice these two programs, because in VAST there is nothing in your syllabus about the file. Only the programming part there is a file. So just read the file and write the file. This is I think enough. And please read the definition of what is file, what is EOF, what is fclose, fopen, what is fgetC, fputC, or why we use the all the types of modes, means R, W, RB, WB, append. These things is, I think, enough for your this semester. I don't know in next semester there is something according to your file or not, but I think